There are a few things you can do to change the appearance of your PowerPoint program. For example, up here on the ribbon, when I hover over a button, it gives me the screen tip down below, includes the title and the description. I can change it so it just includes the title or not a screen tip at all. Also, I can change the color of the ribbon here. By default it's blue. The other two colors you have are silver and black. However, keep in mind if you change it to silver, it'll update all the other Office 2007 programs. So like Excel or Word, they'll also be in silver as well. To make the changes, click on the Office logo button, come down to PowerPoint. Under the popular category, we're going to change the color scheme from blue to silver. And then the screen tip style, we're going to click on the arrow here and say it's going to be to not show the feature description in the screen tips, but it'll show me the title, just not the description. Click OK. Looks kind of cool here. Now the ribbon matches the ghostly slide presentation down below. When I hover over a button, it just gives me the title for the screen tip, no description. Other things I can do down below is you got the window frame of the PowerPoint program that you can right click on, and by default everything's checked here. You can uncheck theme, and you can see down below that the current theme applied to the slide here is Apex. If I uncheck it, it disappears. If I check it again, of course it's there. Which makes it nice because then I don't have to come up here to the design tab when somebody says, ooh, that's a cool design or theme that you have to your slide, what is it? And then hover over each one of these and go, I think it's Apex, I think it's Moonlight. Well, you can tell by the orange selection around Apex, but it's a lot easier down here on the window frame when it says the theme name Apex right here. Another thing I want to show you is how to customize your save options, meaning that do you want to be able to have an auto recovery save every 10 or 5 minutes? So if you make a mistake or something happens to your computer, it'll automatically save it for you. And also when you save your presentation, if it's a new one, where do you want it to by default save to? Come up here, click on the Office logo button, again down to PowerPoint options. Under the category Save, and over here it says it'll do an auto recover save every 10 minutes, or you can say every minute. So automatically save your presentation every minute. In case if something happens, it'll recover that when it last saved your presentation. So you can go down to 9 or up to 10. The default file location right now is to the Documents folder. But instead, every time I save a new presentation, I'd like to save it to the desktop. So what I need to do is go ahead and delete this or part of it and just type in desktop. So we're looking at the address that off the hard drive, the C drive, we have users. I'm logged in as the training user. Of course, it may be your name like Bob or Sally or Sue. And then /desktop. So every time I click on Save when it's a new presentation, it'll default to my desktop. While we're here, let's take a look at the Advanced category. Under the editing options, are you a person that makes a lot of mistakes and makes several undos? So for example, if you worked in the PowerPoint presentation and you're into it and you want to be able to undo all your mistakes, do you want the default 20 times? Or maybe you want to go so far back you may want to up this to about 30 times. So it'll keep track of all the actions you perform in PowerPoint, at least when it comes to applying text, images, and so on, that if you get so far deep, at least up to 30 times, that's how many times you can go back or undo what you just did or applied to your presentation. Down below for the display, you can change the default, show this number of recent documents. When you click on the Office logo and over to the right it has a list of all the documents. Well, those are the most recent documents. Right now the default's 17, so if you're working on 50 different PowerPoint programs, you might want to increase this so you can keep track of them under the most recent document list, and I'll show you that in just a second here. In fact, we can click Cancel, click on the Office logo. Those are all my most recent documents, and I can change that from 17 here up to 20, 30, or maybe even 40. Back to PowerPoint options, again to Advanced, so we can go up to maybe 20 here. And you want to take a look at some of these others, but for the most part the defaults are really helpful. Like for example, End with Black Slide. So when I'm doing my PowerPoint presentation, I want to know that I'm at the end of this presentation by giving me a black slide. In any case, when you're finished, go ahead and click OK. And of course, if you always want to change or undo your work, then you want to come back to the Office logo, to PowerPoint options, and make your changes. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel, get notified of the latest videos, and for only $2 a month, you can have access to all my Microsoft Office training videos.